So the Lakers have a LeBron James problem. And it's unfortunate because they kind of had a LeBron James problem at times last year. But now it's even worse because the Los Angeles Lakers have two all-star level players. LeBron James is not one of them. They have one of the best players in the history of the sport of basketball in his prime in Luka Doncic. And everyone being like, oh, Luka Doncic was so much better in Dallas. No, he wasn't. Luka Doncic is, if you watch Luka Doncic playing, he is still thereabouts in his prime. The problem is that Luka Doncic is flawed. You have to get a bunch of defenders around him. LeBron James is 41 years old and wants to be the guy. He's not the guy. LeBron doesn't play defense, but at least if you want to argue that Luka doesn't play defense either, of course, he doesn't. Luka's a terrible defender. We know that. But the problem is that you can't have three terrible defenders on your team. And four, because DeAndre Ayton's not a very good defender. Your entire team are bad defenders. Rui's not a great defender. The entire Lakers team are not good defenders. And by the way, like systematically, they can be okay defenders. Because at the end of the day, if you are, for example, if you're a Luka Doncic, as much as people like have all the footage of him getting blown by, it's very different when you're getting blown by and you're funneling them into Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. Big difference. Big difference if you're getting blown by and you're guarding the 3-point line, you're funneling them into shot blockers. Luka can be a decent system defender, as can LeBron, as can Austin Reeves. The problem is you can't have three system defenders without having that elite rim protector and an elite on-ball defender. This Lakers starting five has no good on-ball defense and no real rim protection and three terrible defenders. Like LeBron can be a really good system defender at this point in his career still. Austin Reeves can be a decent one. Luka can be a good system defender. But only one of them can actually stay in front of anyone, and it's LeBron. And LeBron doesn't want to, because if LeBron focuses on being a good defender, he's going to average 12 points per game. And by the way, LeBron James is still really good. He's the furthest thing from what the Lakers need. The Lakers need a 3-and-D wing. Like, Dorian Finney-Smith would be a better player. If you replace LeBron with Dorian Finney-Smith, the Lakers would get better. And that's not saying DFS is better than LeBron. It's saying that there is no worse fit right now for Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves than the current version of LeBron James. Like, realistically, you would have to stagger lineups. Do you bring Luka Doncic off the bench? No. Do you bring LeBron off the bench? You probably should, but LeBron won't allow that. Do you bring Austin Reeves off the bench? Probably not. Even though you probably should. Realistically, one of the three has to come off the bench. And the problem is that you have got that. Plus, you have now got the Clutch Sports Mafia having the narrative that everything is Luka's fault. When, by the way, Luka is absolutely a terrible defender. A terrible individual defender. And when you cannot hide Luka on a weak defender and make him play as a system defender, what Luka is good at on defense is that when he gets his body between you and the basket, he actually is good standing up, and he's hard to go through because he's strong. He's just slow laterally, and he does not have the foot speed to guard NBA athletes. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. Like, if you put a random, you could literally be the best player. You could have been a high school superstar, went D1, and was good enough to play pro in half of the world. You would look like Luka Doncic on the NBA floor. It is that first step. It is that first step that he doesn't have. And it's why Luka will never be a good guard defender. And you're not going to put Luka Doncic on a big man because it's going to take like too much energy out of him. I think Luka Doncic, when it's all said and done, when he goes back to Europe, because he won't last long enough in the NBA to be this, but when he goes back to Europe, he's probably going to be a power forward. He's still going to have the post-up game. He's still going to be like a ball-handling power forward. He's going to guard bigs. And he's probably going to be quite a chunky man at that stage in his career. But he's just going to dominate EuroLeague. Like I could see him, like what age is Luka now? 27 in a few months. I see him leaving the NBA at like 32. Like that would be my prediction, is that Luka will leave the NBA at 32 years old. Give or take a year. But the problem is that the Lakers, this is absolutely a screw it, we're going to be garbage year. And if you're the Lakers, you actually can't trade LeBron James. You can't trade LeBron. Because who the fuck wants a LeBron on a max contract? And when the Lakers go into 2026 free agency, you don't sign LeBron to a max. You re-up Austin Reeves. And then you do everything you can to find that rim-running, dunking center. It doesn't have to be this max contract player. You can find, like when Golden State needed it and they found JaVale McGee. You can find these athletes in a lot of places. You can find them. Backing them up, again, you just need pogo sticks. Maybe you could buy low on Kaman Malawach. You could get a backup big, or get a starting level big, like a solid starting level big, a better version of Jackson Hayes. And then you can buy, like just like you bought low on DeAndre Ayton, who's not that bad. And then you can go and maybe try to buy low on Malawach if the Phoenix Suns don't believe in his potential. And then you go and you have a couple of contract slots you can bring in 3-and-D players. Because let's be real, 3-and-D players, as we saw with Clay, they will want to go and play with Luka. Because you know if you play with Luka Doncic, you are going to get wide open 3-point shots. If you play defense and stand on the wing, like Derrick Jones Jr., like Dorian Finney-Smith, like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, who else there was? PJ Washington. There are certain archetypes of players that you can build around Luka. And Austin Reeves can very well be the Kyrie Irving, the Jalen Brunson. You just need that roller, and you need 3-and-D guys. And they can do that in the offseason. They're not that they're easy to find, but they're not that hard to find. And then the offseason in the draft, get an upperclassman who, like a Jaime Jaquez type player. Get an upperclassman. But yeah, honestly, it is a very interesting thing to see what's going on. And I'm going to be real. The Lakers absolutely have a LeBron James problem. And it's not necessarily LeBron James' fault. Because what do you want him to do? Quit? Like, even if you request a trade, no one will take him. There's nothing LeBron can do about it. And maybe realistically, I was about to say, you want LeBron to just say, you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to do what it takes for this team to win. But when has LeBron James ever, like, diminished his role to help a team win? Realistically. And don't say Miami, because LeBron James was not in the GOAT conversation by then. Since LeBron won that second ring. Because after 2013, what he did in Game 7, that was when the Jordan-LeBron debates really started. They started in 2013. And there wasn't that much of an argument, but they started then. Since then, LeBron has not taken a backseat to anyone. And I don't think he'll happily take a backseat by, I'll go and average 12 points a game and be a lockdown defender, which he still could do. He's not going to do that.